That boy Tank is on Devin Haney helmet. Now he's calling Haney out for BSing and lying to the whole world on national TV. As he say, we're going to talk about what Tank had to say about Devin. I'm going to let y'all know everything he had to say about him. But before we do that, make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook on it. So it ain't no secret that Tank, he do not like Devin and Bill Haney. He can't stand them. And it came to everybody's surprise when Tank came out and he started defending Ryan Garcia after all of these, allegations came out that he popped dirty for PEDs in the fight with him and Devin. Let's just keep it a buck. Ain't nobody think that Tank was going to come out and defend Ryan because him and Ryan ain't really been getting along. Him and Ryan really don't like each other like that as we thought. But he been going full force in defending Ryan Garcia in this whole situation with everybody saying that he's a PED cheat. Now, a lot of people like to point out that Gervonta Davis was the first fighter that started calling Ryan Garcia a PED cheat with no evidence before he fought Ryan Garcia. He was saying that Ryan looked like he on something, and if I find out you on something, I'm going to do something bad to you. And like I said, this was before Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia had ever fought. He was accusing Ryan of being on something because at that point in time, Ryan was putting up video footage showing that he was a lot more muscular than he ever had been in his career. So Tank said that made him suspicious. But they went on to fight each other. They had 12-week drug testing by VADA, I believe. And Ryan, he passed all his drug tests. He didn't fail any of the tests that he took in training camp for Gervonta Davis. So I guess after that, Gervonta was like, he's a clean fighter. We did 12 weeks of testing. So, don't nobody have nothing to worry about. He proved that he was a clean fighter. Now, when Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney build-up came, Devin was accusing Ryan of doing things also. But it wasn't PEDs. Devin was accusing Ryan of snorting and things like that. So he never said nothing about Ryan was on something. But now that all of these allegations has come out and Ryan Garcia has failed his VADA testing, Devin Haney just did an interview with ESPN, right? And Devin had a lot to say. And one of the things that Devin said about Ryan is he said that he always felt that Ryan was on some shit, that he thought that Ryan was on something the whole time, but he just didn't want to sound basically like a sore loser and start making excuses. Well, right off when I heard that, I called cap. As soon as the fight was done with, you was making excuses. This is a fact. So you saying that you didn't want to come out with this because you didn't want to sound like you was making excuses. You was making excuses the whole time. You was making excuses about the weight, saying that y'all weren't on the even playing field and all of that. So right off the rip, Devin Haney started contradicting himself. So with that statement, whether Ryan Garcia was cheating or not, I call cap on that. And Gervonta Davis, he also called cap because Tank, he came out and he says, little buddy milking y'all. Now this whole time he knew dude was on something. Stop the effing bullshit. Tank, he ain't feeling that neither. He see right through Devin Haney lies. Now, it's funny to me how Tank always calling somebody little. He be calling Shakur little dude and all these cats little, but he way smaller than all of them. So Tank, you got to chill out on the little buddy and the little dude shit. Hey, but nah, for real though, so back to the interview that Haney did on ESPN today. Another thing that I caught with Devin Haney, he says that he started second guessing himself. He started second guessing his trainers and everybody around him after he took this L, before he found out that Ryan Garcia had popped dirty. And he says, he was tripping because he's an A-level fighter that's been in the ring with the best of the best. And he's never been in the ring with anybody that overmatched him like Ryan did that night. And I'm looking and I'm like, what is he talking about? For one, you ain't really never fought no killers. The closest to one that you fought was Vasil Lomachenko, and he don't have power nowhere near like a Ryan Garcia. He's not nowhere near as big as Ryan Garcia. And you had trouble in that fight. And I went back and I thought, and I said, well, if Lomachenko had the power of Ryan Garcia in that fight, you would have had the same outcome. You would have been knocked out in that fight, because if you go to the 11th round, the shots that Loma was landing on Devin Haney, he would have been out cold if Loma had power like a Ryan Garcia, because he was landing clean as hell. He was connecting with hard shots. It's just like I said, Lomachenko is much, much smaller. So for Devin to say that he's been in the ring with the best of the best, you have not yet been in the ring with the best of the best. George Kambosos, guys like Jojo Diaz, and man, Regis Prograis, man, you way bigger than all of them dudes. You just stepped in the ring against somebody that was the same size or bigger than you, that was the same length, and was able to cause you problems that these other smaller fighters couldn't cause you. And I've been on record on several occasions telling people that Ryan Garcia didn't do anything that special. Ryan Garcia was out of shape. You know what I'm saying? He was having a fight in spurts, and he didn't do nothing special in that fight. He was just able to land his right hand at times and land his devastating hook. It was more so the flaws that Devin Haney have in his defense that he's had his whole career. And Gervonta Davis seems to agree with everything I've been saying. He says this about Ryan Garcia. He says, face fat as hell, still mad big from drinking. That shit slowed him down a lot. Go look when he was about 21 through 22 years old. He was hungry. He gets some money. He chubby. He was good when he was on the grind. A lot of people forgot they don't have God-given talent. And he's talking about Ryan like, look at him. He wasn't even in shape. He didn't got fat. He ain't as hungry as he used to be. And he still was able to do what he did with Devin Haney, right? And nobody's saying, I'm not saying that he wasn't on nothing. I'm not saying that he was on something. What I am saying is that he ain't do nothing spectacular in that ring when he fought Devin to make you think he was on something. Man wasn't even in shape. He was fighting in spurts, out of shape. Then Gervonta goes back and he says, he didn't do nothing that was better than him. He just sit in range of the hook every time. Go look at the fight and Ryan other fights. He didn't look or do nothing different. These people are really crazy, believe them. You seen how soon they announced it? He do a meme. I don't really know what he meant by the last part, but like I said, man, I've been saying this the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Go look at the fight. People just want to see and hear what they want to see and hear. You know what I'm saying? Go look and study the fight. Talking about he ain't never been that much overmatched his whole entire career, and he been in there with the best of the best. And yeah, that sound good for somebody that don't know better, but people that really know boxing and know how to go back and watch and study these fights, bruh, you just were in there with a better level of competition, somebody that was as big as you, somebody that presented a threat that you never had been in the ring with in a real fight with 8-ounce gloves on before. Yeah, Devin, you know, man, like I said, if Devin Haney got cheated, Ryan Garcia needs to suffer the repercussions for it, no doubt. That doesn't take away the fact that he couldn't get out the way of a left hook, that Ryan Garcia wasn't in shape and he was fighting in spurts. Like, this ain't the best version of Ryan Garcia that we've seen. Let's just keep it a buck. So the main thing is Gervonta Davis is like, man, this dude is capping, and he's trying to BS his fan base to make y'all really, really believe that he's this much better than Ryan Garcia, and the only reason Ryan won is because he was on some PEDs. And I just want to let Devin know, if you really try to make yourself believe these things that you've been saying, that, oh, now you know why you lost is because he was on something and he was like a superhuman. If you really believe this shit, Devin, you're going to suffer real bad the next time you step in there with a real live opponent that got some power. You're going to get hurt. What you need to be doing is realizing when you was second guessing yourself and you was second guessing everybody around you, your team, you need to continue to be second guessing everybody around you and your team, because you need to get with somebody, another trainer, add another trainer, get with somebody that's going to help you with your defensive flaws, straight up and down, because you have the ability to be a great fighter. But until you fix these big flaws that you have in your defensive game, you'll never be that. And the next time you step in the ring, like I said, with somebody that really got power, you're going to get hurt. So go ahead and make yourself believe that. Show us that you believe that, and step in the ring with somebody like Subriel Matisse and prove me wrong. Prove Gervonta Davis wrong. Like I said, man, I'm not against anything that Devin Haney got going on, right? I'm just speaking the truth. And Gervonta Davis see the same thing, man. He trying to fool y'all. He don't really believe this shit that he's saying. Anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. Diego talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.
So everybody see.
You see the European grills, so the lips gliss. Tank full of Theraflu, cause I be in them sick whips.